The ring that broke the internet. Zhao Lusi's mystery jewel has fans convinced Wu Lei is her secret. She walked into the room, and the cameras did what they always do when Zhao Lusi appears anywhere. They followed her. Every angle, every flash, every lens in the building turned toward China's most beloved actress, cataloging the details that fans would later pause, zoom in on, screenshot, and dissect for the next 72 hours straight. Her outfit was stunning. Her smile was radiant. But none of that is what sent the internet into a full-on meltdown. It was the ring. Small, elegant, resting on her finger with the kind of quiet confidence that only the most significant jewelry ever carries. Nobody announced it. Nobody pointed it out on the red carpet. Zhao Lusi certainly did not make a statement about it. But the cameras caught it anyway, the way cameras always catch the things that celebrities think nobody is looking for. And from that single, seemingly unremarkable moment, an entire theory was born. A theory that has now consumed fan communities across Weibo, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. A theory with a name that fans have been whispering for years, waiting for any excuse to shout it out loud. Wu Lei. The question is no longer whether Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei have chemistry. That debate ended the moment their drama, Love Like the Galaxy, aired in 2022 and shattered every viewership record it touched. Their chemistry was so undeniable, so natural and electrifying, that it blurred the lines between fiction and reality for millions of viewers. The question everyone is now asking, with a ring as fresh evidence, is whether the story that began on a historical drama set has been quietly, privately, continuing in real life all along. The drama that started everything. To understand why a single piece of jewelry can send an entire fandom into collective hysteria, you have to go back to the beginning. You have to go back to Cheng Xiaoshang and Ling Buyu, to silk costumes and ancient palaces, and a romance so meticulously crafted that audiences across the world refused to let it end when the credits rolled. Love Like the Galaxy was more than just a drama. It was a cultural moment that cemented Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei as a powerhouse on-screen couple. The chemistry was not just about romantic scenes. It lived in the subtle glances, the protective gestures, and the way they navigated misunderstandings and challenges together. Audiences were not watching two actors perform love. They were watching something that felt breathtakingly, uncomfortably real. Wu Lei's fans rose by 668,000 in a single week during the broadcast, while Zhao Lusi's fans increased by 601,000. During their live streams, their interaction was described as full of tacit understanding, funny, and full of sweetness. That is not the language used to describe colleagues. That is the language used to describe people who know each other in ways that go beyond a script. And then the behind-the-scenes footage leaked. The footage that fans would watch on loop for months afterward. They were seen brushing each other's hair, touching ears, and holding each other's hands on the filming set. An insider at the time claimed that the two had reportedly wanted to go public during the drama's celebration banquet, but held back because of their rising careers. Whether that report was true or rumor hardly mattered. The idea had already taken root. The seed had already been planted. And every single thing that happened after that moment only gave it more sunlight. Years of clues and a fandom that misses nothing. Here is what fans have been cataloging since 2022. Here is the evidence they will present to you if you give them 3 minutes and an internet connection. They're both from Sichuan. Since both are from Sichuan, they evidently have quite a bit in common. A detail small enough to ignore and large enough to mean everything, depending on how you choose to read it. Wu Lei, a man famously disciplined about his diet, who once said publicly that he avoided milk tea for health reasons, developed a sudden and very specific taste for two things: milk tea and fried chicken. And those happened to be Zhao Lusi's known favorite guilty pleasures. Fans drew the dotted line immediately, connecting his new cravings to her known favorites and pointing it straight at their hearts. Then there was the Tencent Starlight Awards ceremony. Wu Lei was caught gazing at Zhao Lusi, who was busy clapping and laughing among the crowd. When someone in the audience mentioned the pairing, he did not deny it. He did not deflect. He just smiled. That soft, ambiguous, slightly cheeky smile that says everything and nothing at the same time. And the internet erupted. That smile is confession enough, one netizen declared. Others were shouting, "Get married already, wherever you are." And then December 2025 arrived. Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei appeared at the same event during Tencent Star Night 2025. From their perfectly timed arrival to their silent chemistry, fans went crazy. The moment was analyzed from every possible angle. The timing of their entrances, the direction of their eye lines, the invisible current between two people in a crowded room who have learned, very carefully, how to look like strangers. The Weibo incident that made it worse. At some point during the height of fan speculation, Wu Lei quietly changed his relationship status on his Weibo profile to single. Fans responded with barely contained outrage. If you're single, what should Lucy do? The topic quickly became a trending subject with 140 million reads. 140 million reads. For a Weibo status update. That number alone tells you everything about how invested the public has become in this story. That number tells you that this is not just celebrity gossip. This has become a national conversation, a collective hope, a love story that millions of people have decided belongs to them as much as it belongs to the two people living it. The single status did not calm anyone down. If anything, it made people more suspicious. Because in the logic of celebrity relationship management in China, a denial posted quietly on a social media profile is rarely the end of the story. It is frequently the beginning of one. The ring. And then she wore the ring. Details circulating across fan communities describe it as elegant, deliberate, and positioned in a way that made it impossible to miss once you knew to look for it. Fans began buzzing immediately with the theory that the ring could signify an engagement with Wu Lei, with speculation spreading that it may be connected to his family. The hashtags multiplied. The screenshot threads on Weibo grew longer with every hour. Fan accounts on TikTok began producing frame-by-frame comparisons, pulling archival footage, building timelines. The detective work that fandoms do in moments like this is genuinely extraordinary. It is the kind of focused, obsessive attention to detail that would impress intelligence analysts. Fans noted the ring's design, its placement, whether it had appeared in any prior public appearances, whether Wu Lei had been photographed wearing anything that matched or complemented it. Nothing was too small. Nothing was coincidence. Everything was evidence. And perhaps the most revealing part of all of this is not the ring itself. It is the reaction to the ring. When millions of people see a piece of jewelry on an actress's finger and immediately, unanimously think of one specific man, that tells you something. It tells you that the story has already been written in the public imagination. All anyone is waiting for is the confirmation. What the stars themselves have said. Almost nothing. And that silence has been deafening. Wu Lei finally addressed the ongoing rumors about his connection to Zhao Lusi, and fans reacted with shock and disbelief. The pair has been in the spotlight both for their on-screen collaborations and the whispers of a possible romantic involvement off-screen. His response was careful, measured, and, critically, not a flat denial. The kind of non-answer that functions as its own kind of answer. Zhao Lusi, for her part, has navigated the attention the way she navigates most things, with warmth, with professionalism, and with a very specific skill of saying just enough to keep everyone hoping without confirming anything at all. After a notably long break from filming, 1 year and 3 months, her team confirmed in April 2026 that she is returning to work this year with a new project. A comeback. A fresh chapter. And now, accompanying all of that, a ring that no one has explained and everyone is talking about. The fandom that refuses to let go. There is a particular kind of love story that lives in the space between what is real and what fans believe. It exists in the screenshots and the analysis threads and the compilation videos. It is sustained by moments that could mean something or mean nothing. It is kept alive by two people who have never confirmed anything and have never quite denied it either. The public remains split. Some believe these subtle signs represent the soft launch of something real. Others chalk it all up to friendly chemistry and fan service. But one thing is certain, Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi have people invested. Deeply invested. The ring changed nothing on paper. There's been no announcement, no confirmed statement, no verified source. But it changed everything in the way that only a small, perfectly placed detail can change something when an entire audience has been waiting years for it. Because this is how the best stories work. Not with grand declarations and headline announcements, but with a glance across a crowded award ceremony. A smile that says everything and nothing. And a ring that catches the light at exactly the right moment. And suddenly all the silence between two people starts to sound like a secret that was never meant to stay secret forever. The galaxy, it seems, may have just given fans the sign they have been waiting for. The ring, the silence, and the secret that China cannot stop talking about. The thing about Zhao Lusi is that she has never needed to say much. Her eyes say it first. Her smile confirms it second. And whatever remains unsaid has a way of filling every room she walks into, every comment section she trends in, every fan forum that refuses to sleep until the truth surfaces. So when the ring appeared and she said nothing, that silence hit differently. Not the silence of someone with nothing to share. The silence of someone who knows exactly what she is doing. There is a version of this story where the ring is fashion, accessories, a stylist's choice on an ordinary afternoon. And then there is the version that 140 million Weibo reads, years of behind-the-scenes footage, and one very famous Sichuan boy make feel far more likely. Fans who have tracked this pairing since the first frame of Love Like the Galaxy will tell you that Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei have always communicated this way. Not through press releases or staged couple moments, but through the smallest possible gestures dropped in the most public possible spaces. A shared food preference here. A lingering gaze at an awards ceremony there. A ring that nobody announced, but everybody noticed. That is the language of two people who understand the weight of their own story. Two people who know that their audience has been paying close enough attention that they do not need to spell anything out. The clue is always enough. The clue has always been enough. What makes this moment different from every other rumor cycle is the timing. Zhao Lusi is stepping back into the spotlight after more than a year away. She is rebuilding, reclaiming, returning on her own terms. And she chose this moment, this particular reemergence, to walk out wearing that ring without a single word of explanation. That is not an accident. In Chinese entertainment, where every public move is calculated, where silence is strategy and visibility is currency, you do not wear a ring that looks like that in a room full of cameras and call it a coincidence. The fans are not wrong to be screaming. The galaxy may be speaking again. And this time, it sounds a lot like a love story that has finally stopped pretending it is only fiction.